interrupted. Stick to what works and improvise where you must. Keep moving forward.
Hey yo, welcome back again. This is Rainbow Six Siege Extraction. This is a nomad run that I had where I got a protean for the first time that I could fight. I have seen a protean fight before, both on streams and on YouTube, and I saw one from the perspective of my teammates because I died during a run. But this was the first one I got to fight. I was running as Nomad, trying to figure out her air jab, trying to figure out like how her weapons kind of differed from everyone else's, because she has the AK-74M and a couple other guns that are distinct to her. I really need to compile a list of the weapons that each operator had in Siege and the ones that they have in Extraction to see if there's any difference or if all the weapons are the exact same. Because I feel like in a game like this, they kind of should have expanded upon the arsenal. I mean, the arsenal was great. I'm not going to act like it wasn't great. The Rainbow Six Siege arsenal, as far as like weapons, was phenomenal. But I just want to see if they expand on it. Obviously, they're still running updates over there. So there are characters over there that have recently dropped and things of that nature. So I can't wait to see what type of updates this game starts to have, what characters they bring over first, and things of that nature. I believe it's leaked that Zofia is one of the first to get ported over, so I can't wait to see that. I know I have a friend who really wants to see Dokebi ported over. He wants to, I personally want to see Wamai and how they do that crossover, and Castle, because I know Castle's crossover is probably going to be really great. I can't wait to see if they actually do bring Ash and Thermite into the actual roster, since they seem to be in operations, basically upper management for this game. Mira is also in upper management, so I don't know exactly if she's going to come across or if she's going to actually come into the roster. I can't wait to see that. I know Warden's abilities might be weird. Like, Warden's abilities might be cool, where you can put on the glasses and possibly see React Tech or something. There's lots of little bits of information and speculation in the community that I can't wait to see. I'm actually also surprised so many people have disliked this game. Like, it's actually shocking to me. I'm enjoying it, and maybe it's because I'm really just like a fun-loving gamer. So I'm not focused on concepts and how each concept works or things of that nature. I'm not overly competitive, so I'm not always looking for, different ways to compete and things of that nature. Even though I do love ranked game modes are kind of fun, and I'm probably going to start running a lot more Maelstrom protocols now that my operators are up. But I've really enjoyed this game, so I'm surprised so many people put it down quickly, especially those over on Xbox, since a lot of them got it on Game Pass. Like, you didn't have to pay for it. I don't understand what the absolute disapproval is for. I get it. It's a Rainbow Six game, but it's not Siege 2. I get that. We've had Rainbow Six Siege for going on 5-6 years now. I understand. But I don't exactly understand what the big disapproval is. Right here, we're about to head into the protean fight. I literally had just over 100 health. I was completely out of my element. Felt like I was going to be completely useless. Spent most of this fight literally just trying not to die, because I just didn't want to die. That was like the one thing I wanted for myself, was not to die during this fight. So I spent most of this fight scrambling. I love this little Jimmy Neutron intro. This little Jimmy Neutron type intro. I thought that was so dope. I like the little fuzziness of being dragged into a different realm. So it's not like, boop, you just poured it over. No, it's like, oh God, I've actually been pulled into something. I thought that was very deep. I love that they kept the destructible surfaces. I'm still trying to figure out how they picked how the protean looks, each protean, because each protean is different. It copies a different operator. I believe in this one it copied Alibi, but rather than just having a random, random clone that kind of just sits in one place. This was like a more vengeful version of Mirage because the clones break off and shoot you. I absolutely did not understand how that worked as far as the health bar because I was just shooting clones left and right, making sure I didn't get shot. The way that they had the resources set up, there was I think one med kit, no react grenade kits, or if there were, my teammates took them. No ability kits because I didn't see any, and just a bunch of ammunition. So if there was resources in there, I didn't see them probably because I was playing with random teammates. So I probably had some selfish teammates who ended up taking those before I could even check. And I do love that about this game that if you actually hit tab on mouse and keyboard or the middle button or start button on a middle button on PS4, PS5, or the start button on, I believe, Xbox, it will show you the map. It'll show you how many resources. It'll show you all the objectives you have coming up. It'll then you can even go into each player and the loadout that they have. It's such a great menu system. Like if you wanted to, like at the beginning of your run, figure out, oh, what do my teammates have? It shows you their whole thing. It'll show you their health. It'll like it's a hoard of information and it's magical. I was making sure to throw my air jabs whenever I could and try to use them whenever possible. Still trying to figure those out. I was making sure to pick up my teammate because this teammate went down a couple times. I was making sure I literally was avoiding death like the plague, just going around corners trying to cheese, basically making sure I didn't die. So yeah, I was just doing juke moves, shooting the clones, and this ability is so much like Mirage's but more aggressive because he literally breaks off into multiple different clones, and it's literally like you're fighting a villain from a superhero comic book because he's literally just everywhere, turning around every corner, avoiding bullets. And I hit him with the air jab there, so he was kind of stunned. But it was just like, it's so crazy this way the Protean worked. The one that I saw before was imitating Sledge, and that one gets powers like kind of like Thor. And when it hits his hammer, there's like a lightning storm in the area. Like it's crazy how these Proteans work. I'd hate to see the one that mimics Vigil. I know that one probably turns invisible, and that's gonna be a pain. That's probably gonna be one crazy pain. And then you got to think of somebody like Fuse. Fuse shoots explosives, so I feel like that one would be even crazy. Like the more I'm thinking about it, the crazier it probably is. Like I feel like each operator, like turned by the Protean, is probably, or the Protean copies is probably gonna have something crazy. Like I'd hate to see the Doc and Finka one are probably gonna be absolutely insane now that I think about it, because those are healers. So does that mean like the Protean that copies them can heal himself? Because that would be crazy. That would probably extend the fight to like a whole new level. Or does he like drain health? Like it's the different ways they could have made this work is crazy. From what I've been seeing across the internet, because I haven't fought too many Proteans myself, but I believe there's an armor set that actually each character gets where they can look exactly like the Protean that copies them. And I might need to look into that now that I've done this fight and see if my alibi has, a piece of the Protean fight. And I believe from what I was hearing from the Ubisoft streams that I've been watching is that each piece of the Protean comes from actually fighting the Protean. So there's no way to like buy the set, which is good. You really have to kind of earn it and unlock it. And I love earning and unlocking things, especially in a time like now. A time like now in the community where everything can be bought and like nothing feels like it's precious and unlockable anymore. So I really appreciate that that's kind of locked behind there. The randomness, the RNG of this is crazy though, because I think out of maybe the 40-50 missions I've played, maybe more, I've really only seen the Protean twice. I might have done even actually more missions than that now that I think about it, because I have a lot of failed missions, so maybe 100, 200 missions, and I've only found it two times. So maybe 1 on 100 missions. The XP you get for this is crazy, especially on the severe difficulty. Like off the objectives alone, almost 10k XP. Then the base stats about 12k XP. And then the extraction bonus is like a whole nother 10k. Just because all three of us survived, another 10k, 22k, catch on.